Hey guys, so one of the most frequent questions that I get asked is, how can you afford to travel for so long? Or, I really want to travel but I don't have enough money. And what are some of the recommendations that I can make in order to travel long term without spending too much money? So I want to share with you in a video some jobs or even work that you can do to prolong your travels and potentially even earn money while you're going around the world. It might sound pretty crazy, but it's actually possible. People may not be aware, but speaking English is an incredibly powerful asset to have. And no matter where you are in the world, teaching English is a very desired industry. Even for English speaking countries, we all need to better our skills in reading, writing, and even speaking. Jobs are available pretty much everywhere, and you don't even need 4 years of uni. You may need a minor qualification which should take 1 or 2 months online, but even in some places you don't even need that. It can also be an incredibly rewarding experience, especially if you're teaching in places like Africa, the Americas, or even Asia. An option that is getting more and more popular for travellers is working on a cruise ship for massive companies that travel all over the world. You get paid pretty well, hours are long though, but you do get free accommodation and food, which is a massive money saver, and you can almost make pure profit from that. You also have the ability to be able to get off the same stops as passengers and go out and venture and see different parts of the world. Another positive about working on a cruise ship is being able to go to places that you never thought you'd be able to afford. For example, Antarctica. It can be very expensive, but being able to work on a cruise ship is a way you can get there and still earn money at the same time. Hostels are in every city in Europe, and generally they'll offer you free food and accommodation in exchange for your work. But if you do contact them in advance, and if they are a big enough chain or hostel in general, then there is a chance that you can get paid for your work as well as getting free food and accommodation. This is a very popular option for budget backpackers wanting to prolong their travels, because they get to spend 1 month in each location, or as long as they want, get to immerse themselves more in the culture, and they're barely spending money at the same time. And this might be in your field, it might not be in your field, but I'm Australian, for example, and Australians love to go to London to work. So if I can find a job in Australia that has the ability for me to switch to London, I can then take that job and it'll give me closer access to countries in Europe and cheaper flights in Europe. And usually companies in London, for example, are crying out for people to go abroad and work for them. Let's be honest, the industry is massive, and when the snow season comes rolling in, you can bet that employers are looking for people to hire. You have the ability to follow the snow around the world and go from Australia to the European Alps to Canada, and positions are abundant. It's an option that is very, very popular for travellers, as it is something that they love to do, it's a passion that they have, and they can get paid for it at the same time. They can also get a season lift pass and even free accommodation if they're lucky enough. Everyone loves to drink anywhere, anytime, any weather condition, when we're happy, when we're sad, whatever. Pulling beers is the #1 travel job for backpackers, because simply anyone can do it, and you can do it from almost everywhere. This is a volunteer-based role. Workaway is an international organisation for cultural exchange. It enables the traveller to help their hosts around the house in any project that they need in exchange for free accommodation and food, and they pretty much work there for as long as they're needed. Helbex is a very similar concept to Workaway, where you stay and work with host families in exchange for free food and accommodation. Both organisations charge a small registration fee, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really nothing when you're getting free food and accommodation in what may be an expensive city, so you make that money back pretty quickly. WWOOFing stands for Worldwide Opportunities on Organic Farms. It's a similar concept to both Workaway and Helpex, but you are getting paid for working on the farms. It's a very popular option for travellers, as they can quickly save and go, because you are getting free accommodation and food at the same time. It doesn't sound like the most attractive job to have, but when you want to quickly save money and go to the next place between destinations, it is the perfect job for a traveller. If you have a talent in the music industry, then why not take advantage of it and try to earn some money on the road? Busking is getting more popular, and I've met many buskers on my travels in the past few years. If you think you're good enough, try your luck on the streets, and at the end of the day, if you don't make that much money out of it, all you're doing is sharing a passion for something that you love. If you do find the right hostel or place to stay, you can exchange free accommodation and food for live performances during the week. This is more common for female travellers in particular, but nannying and working as an au pair allows you to stay with the host family in any location you wish to go, and you look after their children for an agreed amount of money. It gives you the perfect opportunity to experience real culture and live life as a local. And if you're really wanting to learn a second language, then it is a good idea to do something like nannying or working as an au pair. If you work hard enough and get a bit of luck on your side, you can earn a living from travel writing, photography and videography. And with this, you can work whenever and wherever you want. It is a very saturated industry, but it is possible to make money if you do have the right niche. Being a travel agent fully engrosses you in travel. It may not be the best paying job, but it does have its perks. Generally, employers will want you to experience destinations in order to sell a product better, so they'll spot you a holiday. Also, you'll get discounted holidays for you and the family. If you have an incurable addiction for travel and you're always seeking adventure, then becoming a travel guide is the perfect position for you. Travel guides are extremely passionate about showing people the world, and they're also very outgoing and sociable. If you are looking for a position in this industry, then there are many travel companies and positions available all around the world. Okay, so obviously this isn't a common one, but I did meet people from multiple countries around the world that travelled from consulate to consulate representing their country in industrial relations or foreign affair type roles. With consulates being all over the world, and if you do have a passion for this sort of industry as well as travelling, then consider going to uni and studying something in this field that allows you to do this. Just a thought. Let's face it, everyone needs help staying fit in one way or another. If you are a personal trainer, a dance instructor, yoga, Pilates, sports coach, anything, if you can use your skill that you teach from home and teach it overseas, you can make money for this. If you're a person that can speak 2, 3, 4, whatever amount of languages it is fluently, then you have the ability to tour guide in other languages or work in a school or translate and teach other languages one-on-one privately. If you're lucky enough, it is possible to represent a company in travel by making videos or writing for them in exchange for free travel. While opportunities are rare and you do more than likely need a big social media following, it is a great way to get travel for free. They may even give you some incentives for delivering projects on time. A really common job for travellers is being a digital nomad and setting yourself up in a location for some time where you're developing software, designing websites, advertising, anything IT based. All you need is a laptop and you're ready to go. If your skills belong in the kitchen, then there's an opportunity to work as a chef. Generally a position in high demand in many countries, being a chef will allow you to work in the industry that you love and give you the chance to learn a new cuisine and make some money while you're at it. Probably the most obvious one out of them all, but it's true. If you do become a flight attendant, you're going to travel and you're going to get paid to travel. And if you do work for a big international airline, you do have the chance to stop over wherever that international airline stops. Just expect big hours and the chance of jet lag, but that's the beauty of being a flight attendant. Thanks for watching, and I hope that helped you potentially find a new avenue to prolong your travels in the future. Be sure to follow me for more helpful videos, and don't forget to like, subscribe and follow my Instagram page at OneLostChild.